Hey guys, I'm still trying to figure out how to record the final episode. So far, I mentioned his circuit reaction. So for right now, I'll do a simple Scooby-Doo reaction video, and this is by kingunsmi. This guy. So we're into his video called this Scooby-Doo episode terrified kids, which is the clown episode. Yeah, the middle clown one. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started. It's only 13 minutes, so hopefully we get this through, because I'm hungry and I'm tired. Let's go first. In 3, 2, 1.
Scooby-Doo,
Yeah, I love Scooby-Doo.
an icon, probably one of the most
Also, you probably
iconic
know by now,
characters
but I love
of all
Scooby-Doo.
time, and one of the few to actually stand
I
against
brought
the
my brand at
tests
this
of
point.
time. If you're watching this video, let's be honest,
Even
you've
though
probably
Warner
seen
Brothers
something
don't
that has to do with
think
Scooby-Doo, whether that was an episode
I
or
saw
a
all
movie.
of
There
them.
are
Well,
so
all of
many
them,
shows
before.
and movies made about our favorite mystery-solving
forgetting
friends. I mean, literally every generation that is alive right now has had their own version of
Mine is
Scooby-Doo,
mine is
and I feel
probably
like the Mystery Gang is more
either,
popular today
Mystery
than ever.
Incorporated
I feel like there's a new
or,
Scooby-Doo series being announced
or-
every like 2
or,
years. There's one that was announced just recently called Go-Go Mystery Machine, where Scooby and Shaggy go to Japan and accidentally unleash
Cyber
hundreds of
Inside.
monsters, and so they have to team up with a new group of friends to somehow capture the monsters and save Japan, because it is their
Yeah,
fault
I
after
was.
all. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting that on my watch list. I'm gonna do that right now, actually. Go-Go Mystery Machine.
That's interesting.
If you've been living under a rock your whole life, or a fresh newborn baby that somehow clicked on this video and don't know what Scooby-Doo is, Scooby-Doo is a kids mystery horror-ish show that was made in 1969.
Wow, I feel
It follows a
old,
group of
even though I
teens
was
and their
born when
dog,
this
and they
episode
call
came out.
themselves the Mystery Incorporated. The group consists of Fred Jones, the leader, driver, and trapper of the group, Daphne Blake, who started out as the damsel in distress for the series. Like, her literal nickname in the show was Danger-Prone Daphne, but over the years she's become more important in helping solve the mysteries, and she actually has started to fight back when the monsters attack her.
definitely.
You can thank James Gunn's movies for that. Velma
Oh, no,
Dinkley.
no.
Not that one.
Finally.
Velma Dinkley, the genius of the group. Like, literally, she's so smart that she has respect from Batman. Fucking Batman. She uses analytics and statistics and is usually the one that solves the case. Then, of course, we have Shaggy and
favorite
Scooby-Doo.
characters.
They are best buds and cowards, but we still love them. They're also always hungry and are willing to do anything as long as you give them a Scooby snack. The show has a very simple formula that has been working for over 50 years, and if any show tries to stray away from that formula, it usually doesn't go so well. The formula is the gang encounter a ghost or monster at the beginning of the episode, and then they search the haunted house or castle or amusement park or boat or wherever they find themselves and look for clues to stop the monster. And usually while they're looking for clues, the monster chases them around a little bit. But at the end of the episode, it's always revealed to not be a monster, but usually a criminal doing crime. And they end the episode with the criminal being arrested. That's all I'm going to say about the history of Scooby-Doo. But if you are interested in the history and making of Scooby-Doo, the YouTuber NerdSync makes some really great videos about that. I actually watch his channel a lot. Today we're taking a look at What's New Scooby-Doo, released in 2002, and has one of the best theme songs ever made for any show ever, and it was created by Simple Plan. It aired on a now defunct channel called Kids WB, but reruns ran on Cartoon Network until 2016. Wow. It ran for only 3 seasons with only 42 episodes. I really thought there was a lot more episodes than that. And it helped modernize the gang by letting them use modern technology and gadgets to help solve their mysteries. It also did away with the laugh track that the older versions had for some reason.
You were expecting maybe King Kong.
Well, to be fair, that's more of
This
a
is really
old
weird.
show
Did
type
they
thing.
think we would think they thought that was filmed in front of a live studio audience? It's a cartoon. What's New Scooby-Doo is known to be one of the best remakes of the series, only being beat out by Mystery Incorporated. And today we're going to be looking at the 8th episode of Season 3 that actually aired on my birthday in 2005.
Happy birthday.
I was just 4 years old. And the episode is called A Terrifying Round with a Menacing Metallic Clown. Could you think of a longer name? And I've definitely talked enough about this show, so let's quit yapping and get into the episode. We start this episode at Putt Putt Paradise. And some kids decided it was a good idea to stay after because this kid Ned got a hole-in-one earlier, but the machine didn't give him a coin for a free play. So he's come to get revenge and putt another hole-in-one? Usually revenge entails vandalism, but hey, I'm all up for this wholesome revenge. Luckily, Ned does get another hole-in-one, but once again,
No coin.
he gets no token. Little does Ned know this wouldn't be the worst part of this whole situation because he gets eaten by the terrifying putt-putt attraction. it's just so good. It's just so good. What kind of crack did they put in that theme song? Cut to the gang who are at the International Putt-Putt Championship supporting their best friend,
Norville Rogers. Better known as Shaggy.
Hey, say what you will about Shaggy, but he is the LeBron James of putt-putt golf. Who cares if it has never been mentioned before this and was never mentioned again after this episode? He's the GOAT. Today he's competing with two pro putt-putt golfers, Miranda Wright and Cougar Forrest. Wait, Cougar Forrest? That sounds oddly familiar, but slightly different, just to throw me off. Shaggy is pretty shocked to see Cougar there because Cougar is apparently an actual golf pro, but Cougar tells Shaggy that he wants to be the best all-around golfer, and to do that, he has to play against the best, Shaggy himself. Only Miranda had the same respect for Shaggy. We move on to the first hole where the groundskeeper Gary almost ruined the whole tournament, which is a big deal for everyone else, but getting minimum wage does not pay this guy enough to care. Gary finds Velma, Daphne, and Fred checking out a section of the park that is covered in a tarp. He asks them what are they doing here, and they tell him that they sense a mystery is coming around.
And you just sense that?
I mean, there's police tape surrounding the hole. I'm gonna guess that's a good sign. He tells them that they had a little accident that got messy the night before. Yeah, child murder is just a little accident. Okay, yeah. The group help him uncover the hole to reveal Velma has a fear of clowns.
Velma has severe allergic reactions to clowns.
Right, she's allergic to clowns. Got it. Hey, I have a great Haunting Hour episode you can check out. Then we fade into a flashback where we see how Velma got her fear of clowns. It was during her 5th birthday party, and she just got a new collection of encyclopedias that she was so excited for. Sadly, her mom hired a clown named Bobo who thought that she would not like books as a present. So he shreds them into confetti. I don't know a clown that has a shredder on hand. Usually kids gain their fear by, you know, a clown being too much or watching the TV series It. Also, I'm sure hardcore fans of Scooby-Doo already noticed this. For the younger versions, they used designs from another show called A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, which effectively made this show and that show canon and linked to each other. Luckily, Velma has some good friends, and Fred and Daphne talk her and calm her down. Then we cut to a fun montage of all the golfers making hole-in-ones in interesting ways. During one of the holes, the group get a fun visit from the metallic clown, and
I think he's looking for a Scooby snack.
Dang it, I was gonna make that joke. Luckily and surprisingly, Shaggy doesn't get scared of the clown. Rather, he defeats it with popcorn and birds. And Shaggy claims that this day is way too important to him to let a clown ruin it. And he wants to solve this clown mystery as quick as possible. So they're gonna have to get Velma out of her funk. And since the clown attacks are putting the contestants in danger, Mayor Smith decides to postpone the tournament just until they get their clown problem situated. Luckily, this gives the gang ample time to solve the mystery. Shockingly, Shaggy takes the leader role in this case, which hasn't been done ever. Usually he's cowering like Velma is. It's even weirder for Daphne and Fred.
He walks like a Shaggy. He talks like a Shaggy.
While they're out searching for clues, the three hear the mayor and the groundskeeper arguing. It turns out Gary, the groundskeeper, and Mayor Smith are father and son. And Mayor Smith is crushing his son's dream of winning the mini golf trophy and being a spokesperson for windmills?
It could happen.
Whatever you say, man. And sadly, Gary's dad calls him an embarrassment straight to his face.
You're an embarrassment.
Damn, that's gotta hurt. While they're gone, the gang head into the garden shed and find some pretty damning evidence that Gary might be the one behind the clown attacks. Cut back to Velma and Scoob, and they're just hanging out enjoying some cotton candy until they see a bright light coming from a van nearby. They investigate it to find Miranda Wright building something in the back of her van. And usually Velma would alert others onto this clue, but she doesn't want to go anywhere near that scary clown, so she decides not to. So her and Scoob go to the batting cages for some fast pitch food ball. But all their fun gets ruined when they get a surprise visit from none other than the metallic clown. Luckily, Shaggy and the others heard Velma scream, so they rush over to help, but they have no luck finding her. And even though Shaggy is manning the helm for this episode, he's still pretty dumb.
Good thing I didn't try and stick a quarter in him.
Oh, where would you stick the quarter? Where would you stick the quarter? Then we get a fun montage of the gang running away from the monster while a banger plays in the background.
Through the day, just another day.
And luckily they get away by hiding as trees. Whoever's controlling that clown is pretty stupid. There's no way he fell for that. But after the clown is out of sight, the crew spot Cougar Forrest on the golf course. And Shaggy believes maybe it's Cougar that's controlling the clown because he will do anything to win, even scaring off his competition. But that theory goes out the window when he gets eaten by the clown. And to escape the clown the second time, the crew lead him to a hilltop and cause him to slip and disappear? Where'd he go? Did he go in space? The gang get back to the stage just in time for Mayor Smith to announce that he's decided to cancel the tournament because they're having a pretty hard time capturing the evil clown. But like Shaggy said earlier, he's not going to let some silly clown ruin his day. So he is uber motivated to find him now. Later, the gang find themselves in a building where they see Gary building a go-kart. And they also discover that Gary hates Shaggy because Shaggy beat him in the first ever International Putt-Putt Golf Championship and threw Gary off his groove, and he hasn't been able to play golf since. And Gary also promises to take Shaggy down one day, which gives Shaggy enough clues to wrap up this mystery. So they set up a trap. They put the net from the batting cages over the windmill in the golf course, and whenever the clown is in the right spot, Shaggy's gonna hit the on switch and trap him under the rope. And to lure the clown into the right spot, they're gonna use
Scooby and Velma will act as
First
bait.
time. Probably the other time.
No.
Luckily, a Scooby snack convinces Scoob to be bait, but Velma isn't stupid enough to eat dog treats. But a new set of encyclopedias convinces her otherwise. Finally, it's time to capture the killer clown of Putt-Putt Paradise, and the trap works almost perfectly. But for the first time in his life, Shaggy actually misses a shot and gets eaten by the clown.
Oh, that's so nightmare.
But Velma knows that friends are more important than any silly fear, so she grabs Shaggy's golf club, overcomes her fear, and beats down the clown. Luckily, Shaggy is okay, and they reveal the masked culprit to be
Mayor Snipper.
Why would the mayor want to ruin his own tournament? And since Velma was too busy goofing around with Scooby-Doo the whole episode, she has absolutely no idea what's going on. And Shaggy tells Velma that he thought it would be Gary Snipper underneath the mask because he's good with machines, has a grudge against Shaggy, and he wants to go back on a golf tour. So Velma then deduces that maybe the mayor wanted to ruin golfing because golfing ruined his son's life. And if he ruined the international golf tournament, then maybe his son would just move on with his life.
And I would have ruined it too if it weren't for you meddling
And you
kids.
naughty dog.
I feel like there is an easier and more wholesome way to help your son move on with things. At least one that doesn't entail eating people with a big robot. And the gang strangely decide not
Maybe
to
the
arrest the
first time.
mayor, even though
Not
he
all.
terrorized them and ate them with a giant robot clown. Wait, where are the other people? Yeah, that's messed up. Are you sure he shouldn't go to prison? That's like kidnapping. And two of them are minors, which is a lot worse. But with the mystery finally solved, the contestants finish their golf tournament. And of course, Shaggy wins by getting a hole-in-one in a
that was
Scooby-Doo
real.
themed hole.
That
And
was
that's
cool.
the end of the
and
episode.
alive.
It's always a
It's a
ton of fun
thing.
going back and checking out old Scooby-Doo episodes. And this one is especially fun because they dared swap Shaggy and Velma, and it actually worked pretty well. They didn't stray away from their core character. They kind of did with Shaggy because he's usually like a coward, but he was still pretty stupid, a little dim-witted, and he still acted like Shaggy throughout the whole episode, and same with Velma. And they even make jokes throughout the episode because they know how weird it is.
Look, you can do the whole solve the mystery thing, but I make the traps.
But at the end of the day, Shaggy is still the clumsy, dim-witted guy, and Velma still solved the case. And this episode is no different. I think it'll always be like that. I think the clown design of this episode is really good. It's actually pretty scary to little kids. I do remember it scaring me a little bit as a little kid. That combined with the laugh, it definitely made me scared of it. And it's definitely one of the freakier monsters of the whole series. Possibly top 10, maybe top 20 if you talk to the right people. I don't understand why the mayor felt the need to kidnap and tie up those two kids. They weren't even in the competition. He could have just given them a free game token and they would have moved on. And I really do find it weird that they didn't arrest the mayor at the end of the episode. I guess it really does matter if you're just in a position of power or not. Anyways, this episode is actually loaded in a lot of famous celebrities that voiced characters. Taylor Lautner voiced Ned at the beginning of the episode, and Miranda Cosgrove voiced Miranda Wright and Ned's friend Stacy. And Tom Kenny was also in this episode. He voiced Cougar Forest, Bobo the Clown, and a haunted house? Yeah, that definitely sounds like him. Oh, and John O'Hurley voiced Mayor Smith. Really a star-studded cast for this episode. Let me know what you think about this episode in the comments below. Also, let me know if you want me to talk about
Yes,
more
please.
Scooby-Doo
Oh my
episodes.
God,
I had a
I'd love
lot
to
of
do
fun
that.
researching this one. I have a Patreon and YouTube members. The $5 members get bonus content plus videos a day early, maybe some pictures of my cats. Also, your name right here on screen. Like the video if you like the video. Thank you for watching the video all the way through. I appreciate you all, and peace.
Now that was it. Anyway.
We move on to the first hole. Why did I say that?
So that was Middling with the Middle Monster. Yeah, it's. I almost forgot that that has so many stars to the cast besides the main cast. Yeah, yeah. So if kingunsmi does make more Scooby-Doo videos, I'll try to get to them to react to them. But for right now, tomorrow I'll be reacting to episode 3, or at least try and do episode 3 of Amazing Digital Circus. So yeah, hope you like it, and bye.
Remember to smash that subscribe button.